Yo, what's up guys? In this video I'm going to be doing a Q&A that I sent out to you guys on my Instagram story. So I just put up like a little post on my Insta story asking for any questions. If you guys have any questions, right? Just a Q&A, trading Q&A. So I have you guys' replies here and I am going to go over them. So let's just get straight into it, right? First question from Kagami no Kami. Okay, I really hope I didn't pronounce that wrong. So I hope that was good. How do you trade on days where you just feel bad because of something that happened in your life? Okay, and the short answer to that is I don't trade when something is going on in my life and it's and I know if I think it's gonna reflect on my trading, I don't trade because again, trading is a very psychological and emotional job, right? Career, whatever you want to call it. You want to make sure that you have mental clarity going into the charts. So if something's happening, like I don't know, maybe you're going through a breakup or maybe a family member passed away, right? I would recommend you to not trade until you're mentally recovered from that, because that could lead to big mistakes in the charts. So yeah, we'll go here. John Fernandez 555. How do you feel about 13-year-olds day trading? I've talked about this in some of my short form content on my reels and TikTok. I think it's cool, right? I think they're getting it into a super early age. So I think by the time they're 18, they're gonna be like super up. They're gonna be millionaires, bro. They're gonna be chilling, right? I think it's cool as long as parents give permission, right? Always gotta make sure they have permission to do what you need to do. So make sure you're asking mom and dad first to trade and make sure it's okay with them. If not, then you could go, work your way around it, but that's not ideal, right? Just wait till you're 18. Yeah, you could paper trade in the meantime. But if you can trade and your parents are letting you, that's amazing, bro. Next, Trez TCCC. How do you go about your entries? Okay, so this is a question I get a lot. And again, I'm a pretty discretion trader. I do follow my trades around my Model 1 and my Model 2. I like to base them around. But as form as entries, right, I like to get the most discounted entries. So if we're, for example, in the long, right, I want to get the most discounted entry for long as I can. Why? Because that's how banks, hedge funds, institutions, that's how they trade. They get the most discounted orders. So you want to trade with them, right? I don't really like being in drawdown a lot. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm sure no one is. So I try to get the most precise entries as I can, even if I have to go down to the 30-second or 15-second to get those entries. So again, I kind of just, sometimes I enter off IFEGs, sometimes CISDs, sometimes just like wicks, right? Recently, I've been entering just off wicks and putting my stops, right, under or above, whether long or short the past candle's wick is, and that keeps me at a pretty tight stop loss, so I get to risk a little more. Okay, let's see here. Next question. SHH.burn. What is your risk management strat for each account size? So I mainly only trade 50K, so I'll just go with the 50Ks here. Again, I've talked about this a little bit during short form. If you're profitable, risk heavy, right? Full porto. If you're profitable. So for me, all right, this is a question asked for me. He asked me, Caleb asked me, or what is your risk management strat for each account size? So again, I trade 50Ks. I risk 750 on evals. And then on expresses, I risk anywhere from $300 to $400 on the actual funded accounts, right? So yeah, that's it. If you're unprofitable and you still are learning, I would definitely tone that down by 2, right? So for evals, I would risk maybe like 300 to 400, and for your express or for your funded account, it'll risk like 200 to 300. So something like that. Next, Luis Reese 1203. Realistically, how long can someone become profitable following all the rules? This is a really good question. I think realistically, right? If you follow every single rule to a T, you're absolutely static. You're a robot. I think you could probably become profitable in like 3 months. That's if you make no human error, which is kind of impossible because psychology is a big thing in trading. So if you make absolutely zero error in your trading and it's all completely technical and you follow your rules for like 3 months, then you'll become profitable. Obviously, the journey that takes a long time to become profitable is the psychology part, is the risk management part. It's not the technical part. That's easy. That's an easy part of trading. You get that down in a day or two, right? If you just back test it for 24 hours, you'll understand it. What's hard is the risk management and the psychology. So yeah, let's see here. Here we have another one. What did you want to be growing up before you had even a thought of trading? I don't really know. Well, I kind of wanted to be a police officer. Like on my high school days, if you guys saw like my trading saved my life, I kind of wanted to be a police officer. Obviously, that wasn't the main option. I wanted to do this. Since a kid, since like 14, 15, I knew I wanted to become like, I guess something. I didn't want to be average and work an average 9 to 5. That wasn't really my goal. I never really saw it. I always knew that something would come, and I tried drop shipping, I tried SMMA, I tried wholesaling, but as in terms of like an actual job, I guess police officer, because I was gonna do that, right? I was gonna do that until I locked in for that year that my parents gave me. Again, that's on the Trading Saved My Life video. That's basically my story, and I was gonna be a cop, but I decided to make it work. I needed to lock in, and yeah. Let's go for another one here. Jesus Scarpet. What color is your Bugatti? Red. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna wrap that up here. I actually just DoorDashed some food, so I'm about to go munch that up and enjoy my weekend. So yeah, guys, if you guys have any questions, again, I'll leave all my links in the description. I'm really active on Discord, so if you hit me up on Discord, I'm gonna see it, right? I'll leave that in the description. I'll leave my Instagram as well. I would go follow my Instagram because I'm like usually posting my trades after I finish trading. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Most of the days I do though. I also post, L's, dubs, all that, break evens, everything. So you guys can see the full transparency in my trading. Again, I'll leave that in the link in the description. And other than that, boys, bless up. Love you guys. Let's do it.